Hi everyone, it's Gina from Gina K Designs and welcome back to another 5-Minute Cards video. Today's video could also be a Foil It Friday video because I'm going to be using some foil with some alcohol inks. To begin, I'm going to be using a piece of cardstock that measures 3 1/8 of an inch by 4 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to be using a piece of the Gina K Designs Fancy Foils in the color Sparkling Silver. Now I'm going to cut this down to be a little bit smaller than this piece of cardstock. This is a cool technique because it doesn't require any heat at all and it creates such beautiful sparkle and shine. I'm cutting this piece of fancy foil down to fit this piece of cardstock. So it's just going to be a little bit smaller, and you'll see why I'm doing this in a minute. But I'm creating my own glitter foiled cardstock. So I'm going to use some Gina K Designs tape runner, and I'm going to put a little bit here at the top of this piece of cardstock, and then I'm placing my foil right on the top and just smoothing it out along the edge there. Then I'm going to do the same. I'm putting a little tape runner down here at the bottom, and then I'm going to carefully flatten that foil out, and when it gets to the bottom, then press the foil onto the cardstock over that tape runner. This way you don't have any adhesive behind the part of the foil that's going to show. Now I'm going to use Copic markers for this, but you can also use alcohol inks if you prefer. The first color I'm using is V1, and it's a beautiful autumny purple. And you can see I'm just coloring blobs of color all over this glitter foil cardstock. Now you can't use watercolor or you can't use water-based markers or colored pencils for this because you have to make sure that it's something that will stick to a non-porous surface, and this foil is non-porous. The color I'm using here is YR09. It's a beautiful, vibrant orange. And then my final color is G99. I'm going to use this green, and I thought 3 colors would be perfect, and they're beautiful colors for fall, but you can make this any color combination you want. I thought this was a great color palette too for a more masculine card, but again, you could do pinks, you could do purples, and oranges together, like pink, purple, and orange, and maybe cut out hearts instead of these leaves that I'm going to cut out, and change the whole theme. So I'm using these open leaves from the Autumn Leaves die set that came free, it still does, comes free in the Breath of Sunshine card kit. That card kit is getting very limited though, but this is a free gift that comes in the kit. So I'm placing those where I want them, and then I'm going to run them through the die cutting machine, and I'm creating some leafy windows that are going to be able to cover up this foil, and that's all going to show through those open spaces. I'm using some tape runner for the large areas here, but then when I get to that top leaf, you can see that there's little parts of that leaf that are just kind of flapping free. I want to make sure that those are tacked down. So instead of using tape runner, I'm just going to use a little bit of Connect glue on each one of those little areas that could easily lift up. The fine tip bottle is perfect for that application. And then I'm going to lay that on top, and you can see all of that beautiful color shining through. Now honestly, I love the way this looks just like this, and I think it would be a great technique if you wanted lots of sparkle and lots of color shining through. Isn't that just beautiful? And look at the way that beautiful foil shines. But I decided to take it a step further, and I wanted to use the more detailed leaves that also come with the die set. So I cut 2 of each out, and I glued them together to make them just a little bit thicker. This gives you a little more dimension. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use some Connect glue, and I'm going to add glue to the back of this large leaf. And again, the fine tip bottle is perfect for this because you can get the tiniest little glue droplets out of there so it doesn't get all over your project. And then I'm going to place this, instead of inside the hole, which would look really pretty, I'm going to stagger it a little bit so you see a little bit of the edge of the foil around the one side of each of those little petals of the leaf. And I'm doing that with all 3 of these leaves so you can see just a little bit of foil coming around the edge. Now these leaves are beautiful, and if you wanted to pop them right inside those open spaces, you could, but this gives you a little more sparkle, a little more shine, and some more color. Now to finish off this card, I cut one of the sentiment strips from the mixed messages. This is a thank you greeting that could be used for Thanksgiving or just a general thank you card. And I used some Gina K Designs foam squares to pop that up. Then to add a little bit more bling, I decided to go with some of the silver metallic pearls from our metallic pearl mix. I used little tiny ones here, and you could use gold if you want, or you could use black to accent those black accents. Or you could use our colorful pearls, the rainbow pearls, and find some pretty peach ones, red, whatever you want. So there's my finished card project. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you'll give it a try. Stay tuned to my channel for more 5-minute card videos and more Stampin' Chat videos too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.